southbound, just north of 2nd Beach, 1000, going downtown on the harbor, Newport.
Another gorgeous day. I guess we've had 6 in a row. It's pretty incredible for here.
Certainly beats the springtime.
Yeah, you said it.
This is the Skyhawk, left cross, 12 on containment.
That's Katama Harbor.
Containment traffic, this is the Skyhawk, turning left downwind, 2 on containment.
You've looked far left, it's Edgartown.
Every so often along the South Shore we'll see a pretty good sized shark. Not very often, but just enough to make you think. The seal population's come back quite a bit in the last 10 years. So that's good for the great whites apparently.
Do you ever spot whales?
Traffic, that's 017 departing.
I've never seen them around well actually I take that back. I have by Gay Head, but Nantucket they come much closer, and also P-Town on the Cape, and I think it's just the depth of the water or the route they swim. If you go off 3 or 4 miles you start seeing them in a boat.
Chatham traffic, Cessna Skyline, turning left base 6, Chatham.
That's the breach on the left-hand side, and also Chappaquiddick Island. Normally Chappie is connected by the South Shore, and about every 30 or 40 years a storm will wash through and open it up. And eventually they always close. They kind of move from west to east, and the beach fills in behind as they do.
Containment traffic, Skyhawk, left base, 2 on containment. Before traffic, copy 1 Bravo Echoes, coming up over the numbers of 4, westbound, 1000. Containment traffic, Skyhawk final, 2 on containment. Chatham traffic, Cessna Skyline, turning final 6, Chatham. At Newport, you have a Barron 6 miles southwest, going to enter straight in for Newport.
That's Waysqueef Point on the left side. Pretty popular surf fishing spot, especially in the spring and fall.
Southbound, and I think we got the Barron in sight, we're at 1000.
And you can see Nantucket about 1 o'clock, about 15 miles. Kind of hazy out there. 2 little islands just prior are Muskegon and Tuckernuck. Nantucket's in back.
At Newport, you have a Barron turning a 4-mile final for runway 4 Newport. Any traffic, please advise. Barron, you got a couple of banner tows there. Helicopter 1 Bravo Echo coming up over just off the carriers. We got that 1 banner tow just turning over the water right now, and we're joining up on final 4, so Barron. Chatham traffic, Skyhawk 390 to 4, parting straight out to the south, 2000 Chatham.
And this side here is East Beach. They let the 4-wheelers drive on the beaches all the way around Chappie. But for now they're stuck going over the little ferry.
Port traffic, copy 1 Bravo Echo, southbound over the Newport Bridge, 1000.
Tower traffic, Skyhawk doing a quick back taxi on 2-1. Skyhawk clear 2-1 containment.
That's Pocha Pond on the left-hand side, saltwater, good kayaking spot. And that right there is the infamous Dyke Bridge where Ted and Mary Jo went overboard.
Newport Baron, short.
It still looks the same here as when I was a kid. We used to duck hunt a lot in there, and some people still do. And if you look right behind us on the bottom, you see an old shipwreck between the sandbars, just behind the left wingtip. Now sort of over the wingtip. Just a dark shape on the bottom. That was a big old 6-masted schooner called the Myrtle B. Crowley. Sunk there in a storm and just over 100 years ago, I guess, and they saved the crew. But pieces of it still wash up in a nor'easter.
Traffic, Seneca is 3 to the west, we're making left traffic pretty soon.
This is Cape Hogue Bay. Nice quiet boating spot, plenty big enough for water skiing and lots of space for picnics. There's good shell fishing in here also.
Best reasons to have a catamaran, so you can get into places like that.
Are you a catamaran guy? The other guy, Doug Flying, has a catamaran, and I like the same idea. I'm heading that way.
I don't have one now. I'm on a monohull now.
And the same thing in the Caribbean. I noticed they're in all kinds of great places. They take up space, but they can get in. The channel there on the left is the Gut. That's as busy as I've ever seen it, to be honest. Exceptional weather forecast, I guess.
That's Edgartown Harbor.
You see on the left wingtip the house with flat gray rooftops. The one just to the left-hand side of it is Meg Ryan's house. I'm not sure that she loves the biplanes, but what can you do? It's kind of encouraging to see all the boats this Labor Day weekend because last Labor Day people were hauling them and in panic. So from that point of view, it looks a little more promising.
Used to be able to go up and anchor in Katama. No more.
You know what I heard though? The town had said they don't want them doing it anymore because of the bilges and the shellfish. But now that the harbor is open at both ends, they cannot legally stop you. And so I guess a few people that have known that have gone ahead.
Thanks, that's good to know.
You might check it out with one higher level of authority, but that's what I've heard.
Fisher Island traffic, Cherokee 107 to Quebec, is on a mile-and-a-half final.
And Newport 81 minutes, number is 1,000 feet below Newport.
There's the big green lawn on the left side is Ernie Bach's place where you see the llamas.
Romeo radio check.
And about, I guess, 7 houses further down on the coastline there was Walter Cronkite's house. He was there probably 50 years, I think.
Ernie Bach is a car dealership owner. He's dead now, but he built a hideous house.
Did you ever hear the story about Walter Cronkite giving him the finger off the pier? Ernie, he wanted the respect of those people so much, but they didn't like him, and so I guess one day he had a bunch of people on his boat and he went by Cronkite's pier because he was out on the end and he was hoping for a wave from Walter Cronkite, so he pulled up close and waved at him, and Cronkite just gave him the finger and turned his back and walked down the pier.
I respected Walter a lot. I respect him even more now.
Oh, heck yeah. If you could have more like him, it would be a great improvement. I got to fly him a couple of times on Cape Air, and my grandfather used to fly him.
Falmouth Air Park traffic, Mooney at the shoreline, straight in, runway 7, Falmouth Air Park. That's Newport Stage, jumpers away, just out.
This shoal out here off of Eel Pond surprises a few people because it goes out pretty far. I think it's kind of growing, that's what people are saying. So a lot of sailboats get hung up trying to cut it at night. That's Eel Pond there. Eel Pond used to be a little bit more of a protected shallow harbor until the perfect storm came along and it washed the beach right back in. So it's pretty limited now. Afternoon, Vineyard Tower, Waco 2 on the red route.
2 right on the red.
Thanks. That's the Edgartown Golf Course. This little area is called Cow Bay. They built some pretty big houses in there in the past 10 years. Used to be a dairy farm when I was a kid. State Beach here. I'm sure somebody's told you that this is the Jaws Bridge. The kids don't seem scared of the rubber sharks though. They're always swimming, they never get eaten. If you look, just as you come out the channel, you see that boat that's sort of pointing to the right. Right in front of it on the bottom, there's a dark shape just outside the tip of the wing there. That's a big ray. You see the tail pointing out to the ocean. They're in there quite a lot in the summer. I think they're eating crabs that come out of the pond. Waco 2, Oak Bluffs.
Good 2 right.
Peaceful up there today?
Oh, it's not busy at all.
Great. Oak Bluffs really fills up on weekends.
I've never anchored in there. I've always gone into either Vineyard Haven or Edgartown, and now, more recently, Vineyard Haven because of Gannon and Benjamin. See what they're up to.
Yeah, you can get kept up at night a little bit in Oak Bluffs Harbor. But a lot of good little places to eat around.
Look how many boats are rafted.
Boy, they must come together when the wind shifts.
Vineyard Haven.
Flight 850 being our runway 6. Let's take off, runway 6, Tony.
That's Cape Cod in front of us to the north. There's East Chop Lighthouse. I'm not sure if that sailboat right there might be the Amistad, the replica slave ship. It's been out and around. Yep, it is.
Flight 850, contact Parking Station.
Okay. Good. A lot of great sailboats in this harbor.
Is this Vineyard Harbor?
Vineyard Haven.
a walkthrough there later, right?
Tower 789 Mike Pop.
Hey, calling VHS again?
789 Mike Papa, about 12 and a half out from the northwest.
789 Mike Papa, enter west base runway 6, report 2 miles.
Left base 6, report 2 miles.
Up until about 6-7 years ago, most people would run out of film within 10 minutes shooting like mad, and now it's endless.
All the gigabytes you can desire.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
What percentage of people if cameras go flying out?
We've never lost one. I can't believe it, but it's never happened. Many almost, but people have cat-like reflexes when they're scared in a biplane, I guess.
So it's okay to go out on the wing, right?
Well, in this case, you have to stay close to the fuselage on the wing walk. We'd have to put a hard walk in there for you to really get out there.
I'll be careful.
Roger. Might want to wear a parachute the first couple of times.
This is Vineyard Sound, and going right up the sound is shallows called Middle Ground.
Tower Cessna 13215 is ready for takeoff at the end of runway 6. Departing VFR to the north.
3215, Vineyard runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Cessna 21.
There's Lake Tashmoo.
I believe that's the fast ferry on the right that goes to Quonset, Rhode Island. Otherwise known as the Vomit Comet. Because
That's what Jane took, right?
I've heard that on a choppy day, some 90% of the passengers are losing it. Because it goes side to side. I guess it's pretty uncomfortable.
Yummy.
Yeah.
That's Noshawn Island over on our right. See how the water's disturbed down there?
Yeah.
That's Middle Ground.
Where the currents are coming together, right? Where the currents come together?
And Tarawako to Tashmoo, like to come over the top at 1.5.
Mike Pop, runway 6, split away.
Split line runway 6.
Tarawako 2, sorry, might have stepped on you. Tashmoo, like to come over at 1.5.
Yeah, I'll go through that. So then, you got traffic in the crossing now. This Cessna, he just climbing straight into control. It's the front spot for about 2 miles.
Okay, Walker 2, we're looking.
15, say altitude.
We went ashore on Lake Tashmoo when we had.
Hey guys, hang on one second.
There's a outdoor amphitheater.
Hang on just 1 second, the radio.
Be on the lookout for them.
Sorry about that. Tower's trying to give me a traffic call.
500 now.
It's a tough one because you guys can't hear the radio as well as I can. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, there he is. I got him.
Arthur Vineyard Tower, Skylink 112.
Hang on 1 sec till I can tell him.
Okay, holding short, say again, you call sign?
5762 Juliet, sir.
0 Juliet, Vineyard Hall short.
Holding short, 62 Juliet.
Cessna 215, we'll just level here to 1,000 until we pass the traffic.
Okay, roger that. That previous call traffic now, sir, is about your 1 to 2 o'clock for about a mile.
Tally ho, 215.
Rocco 2, ditto. Okay, guys, there you go. You can talk.
There's a little outdoor amphitheater, and the Shakespeare was going on, and we had the dog with us, and we sat down to watch it, and he started barking at them.
129 Papa, to the left base. Of course, you got 2,200 feet right now.
The actor said, "Hark! I hear a dog barking."
Left down 16, 2 pop.
Vineyard Tower, Sirius 662, Charlie Delta coming up on the Elizabeth Island, setting up for a left base for 6.
62 Charlie Delta, right, left base, runway 6, report to north.
I'll report to shore, thanks, 662 Charlie Delta.
2 Charlie Delta, just report 2 mile left base.
Okay, report 2 mile left base for 6, 662 Charlie Delta.
0 Juliet, runway 6, position hold.
Runway 6, position hold.
What's being constructed down there?
That is a Good Ale sand pit. Just the biggest commercial pit on the island.
60 Juliet, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Runway 6, clear for takeoff, 60 Juliet. Left turnout, sir, we'll be departing to the west.
We're going over Martha's Vineyard Airport now?
Lake Cashmere now.
Yes.
100 for the left downwind.
Is that like a Class D or a Class E?
Yeah, it's Class D Delta. That's who we're talking to.
I don't know why they'd want you to see that plane coming up on us.
Probably just because they get in trouble if we hit each other.
Sir, if you like, you can continue upwind. I'll go ahead and call you turn to the north if you like.
No problem, 60 Juliet, continue to 5.
But the aircraft right now is coming in at 45 at 1,400. Go ahead and continue up, and I'll call you turn.
This was a Navy base back in World War II.
You clear to the south frequency change group there.
Surrounded mostly by state forest.
Now on the pop, runway 6, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 6, 200 pop. 60 Juliet, that previous call traffic now is at your 11 o'clock for about a mile, just entering the downwind. You get that traffic in sight, the left turn out to Brewster.
Sure, Juliet, still looking. No traffic in sight, thank you. 62 Juliet, north turnout.
Okay, great.
Are there any ultralights on the island?
You know, every once in a while, one or two will come into Katama. There may be one or two up at the Martha's Vineyard Airport, but you don't see too many. I think the fact that a lot of them are unlicensed pilots, so officially the municipal airports don't want to allow them in because they can get in the way of other traffic, so I think they need their own places. That's West Tisbury, Great Pond on the right. And all the ponds on this side are naturally fresh, but the bigger 6 or so are salty about half the year because the towns open them up to the ocean a couple of times. A lot of them have blue crabs and oysters and various kinds of fish. Lots of deer. And on the left side is Oyster Pond. That little farm down there is owned by Dick Friedman. That's where the Clintons have stayed many times. I think they were here a week or two ago. Way down the right-hand side, that point sticking out is Squibnocket. That's where Jackie O's has his. A lot of the celebrities live up there. How are we doing, guys? Feeling you're this way because it brings the nose up, and then you use a little on the recovery, but you kind of neutralize your feet in the middle. Otherwise, you yank the nose down.
Nice.
They're not hard, but I messed up a good couple of dozen of them before I started getting them.
I don't think I need to ask what happens when you mess them up.
Well, if you go high, nothing. Airplane like this, you can't hurt yourself if you're high. It's the people that have never done one and decide to do one in their Bonanza or Mooney that run into trouble. In a plane like that, you need to know how to do it. That's David Letterman's house on the left-hand side, right off the tip of the wing. That long single story with the two chimneys. He's been up a few times. He's a character.
Newport traffic, amphibian 82 Mike Echo coming over First Beach, straight in for runway 4. Any traffic, please fly.
Katama traffic, Waco's left downwind, 21 Katama.
Newport traffic, copter 1 Bravo Echo 3 south over downtown, inbound 1000. Low plane in sight. Looking for you, Jeff. I'm at your 9 o'clock. No joy, but look out for you. I'll follow you, and you're ahead of me now. I'm at your 8. Okay, still looking. Newport traffic, amphibian 82 Mike Echo, straight in for 4, 2 miles an hour.
Katama, Waco's left base to final, 21 Katama. Whew.
Very smooth landing.
Well, we try.
Not nearly as bumpy as the last one I saw.
Oh, and the red bird?
Oh yeah.
That was Doug.
One of his specialties.
Nah, we're all only as good as our last one.
Get one more good look at Dave Letterman's house underneath us on the right here. The one with the brick patio in the backyard, not the one with the swimming pool. But if you follow his driveway, Dave Letterman's driveway out to the dirt road over there, you can see another big house. Got a black swimming pool in the backyard here. That's brand new. They just opened it up last week. And Oprah Winfrey had that built for her boyfriend, Stedman. It's a big secret while they were building it. The guys didn't even know who it was for. But we found out that it's for her boyfriend, Stedman.
Oh, so that's why she was around.
Now we're headed for Chappaquiddick. There's the airport right underneath us there.
We spent a week over there early in the season.
I guess you don't just go out to Chappaquiddick and buy a house. You kind of go out there and meet everybody. If they like you, they let you buy a house. I don't know what you got to do to be liked. I'm guessing have a lot of money.
10-4. Turns out our buddy Chris Look, the old man, the guy who was the sheriff when Kennedy got in that trouble, he owned, somebody sold him 30 acres, a friend of his, for 50 grand or something like that, long time ago. And he immediately turned it over. And he sold, on the 30 acres or whatever it was, there was a house. And he sold the house sight unseen. Turned out it was $300,000 in cash. And
Vineyard Tower, Arrow 75278, clear to your airspace.
I can see the break in the beach over here on the right. Boy, did that change the harbor. That made Chappaquiddick an island once again, for one thing. It used to be if you missed the last ferry, if you had four-wheel drive, you could still get home. Not now. The current really flows through the harbor now. Cleaned the harbor right up. Cleaned it up so good that an oyster company came in here and is cultivating oysters in the harbor now. Last time this thing broke like this, it took 10 years for it to fill back in.
Newport traffic, Cherokee 590 for uniform, departing path straight out.
yeah, unreal, huh? Yeah, we heard about that. Mother Nature has her ways, huh?
She sure does. She's the boss. Always has been, always will be.
Traffic of Skyhawk 4 miles west of the airport, descending from 2000, Fish Island.
That's Chappaquiddick below us now?
Yep, sure is. We're headed right for the Dyke Bridge. Famous Dyke Bridge. Where Mary Jo Kopechne lost her life, and Ted Kennedy lost his candidacy for president right there.
Yeah, we saw Lenny Clark the other night. My brother Sean over here knows him from back in Cambridge and used to have a few beers with him. We're all in the same club now. But Lenny performed the other night. Boy, he did a little job on Ted. Yeah,